And once again, I am your number one heel, your Hall of Famer. I am the man, the man. Yes, I am the deal maker, money maker, one and only, Ricky Goldman, Ricky Goldman. And this is the channel that is the step above, the channel that is worth its weight in gold, the channel that stands right here, and the channel that is the flashing light on your Christmas tree. It's the People's Wrestling Channel. And right now, you should get all my other videos. Check out that description. That's what it's there for. You tell all your friends. You spread the word. Your voice on it. Tell everyone you know. You smash that button bell right now to never go one of my notifications on. You share, and share again. You comment below. Comment. I say comment below. Know that this is going to get lost. You add me on Facebook, Ricky JP. Check out my blog whilst you're there. Also, whilst you're there, go over and view and like the page, my page, WWA World Wrestling Alliance. Then you go back to Twitter. Follow me, Ricky JP, Rick the Rock 30, and check out my blog on there also. We are just 5 nights away from the big day of Christmas Day. And you know you want to make your family happy. You know you want some presents to open, and your family need presents to open on that day. You want to be proud. You want to put smiles on their faces. And they need something to wear. They need something to feel happy in. And that is certainly this right here. Right there. Pro wrestling tees, Gormans, all through my design, my t-shirts. You know you need one, and you know you want one. And get some to sell, but also give me the money. Then you come right back here. And to get double, not one, but 2, shout out. You know exactly what to do. I see in every single video. You should know this by now. If you don't, why not? You like and subscribe. Again, like and subscribe. Say it with me, like and subscribe. I'll say it for a 4th time. Like and subscribe. Once again, for everybody, like and subscribe. Once again, for those in the cheap seats, like and subscribe. And once again, for those of hard of hearing, like and subscribe. Now, this is going to be this. And this. Because this is going to be Rant Time. Now, a lot of stuff I'm going to say will be fairly random, maybe all over the place. But most of this is for the PCW marks. And one in particular, you know exactly who you are. Now, where do I start? Plenty of things, lots of things to say. First, I'll take a drink. So, start off by saying you've probably all seen it. You've all seen the news. It's no longer 5 days over Christmas, but it is just one. So let me kind of go through that. Let me break that down. I can see how everybody's upset. Everybody's pissed off. They have plans over Christmas, and those are now cancelled. But I also think that there are some people out there that are going to fuck it. They've made plans. They're going to go with them anyway. Also, I can see how Boris Johnson is in a very tough spot. He's really fucked up. And doesn't want to be known as the Prime Minister that's cancelled Christmas. But with that being said, I guarantee that if this hadn't been Christmas, this had been anything else, it would have been cancelled. This has been an awful year. This has been a horrible, horrible year. Give me 1 second. And it has been shitty. It has been horrible. People want to see the family, and they're going to do that anyway. Now, I'm going to go through a few things. A couple of things, or big things. A couple not so big. But these are all for the PCW marks, and these should be wake-up calls for you. These should be where I told you so. And how did I tell you so? I told you this was getting worse. I told you the virus was getting worse. Wasn't getting any better. But no, you'll sit there disliking my videos going, well, he doesn't like PCW. He wants to see him go into business. He doesn't like the owner. As I've said, for me, PCW just isn't for me. I think they're a decent company, but not for me. I prefer seeing former WWE, former current Impact, former current AW, and big UK stars. That's what I prefer seeing. Each to their own. But things that I want to bring to your attention, things you need to get into your head. No longer 5 days, but 1 day. To me, and there's this new strain, things are getting worse. So that, and it's exactly that. Things are getting worse. That's a big wake-up call for me. It is now just 1 day. Absolutely sucks. Absolutely awful for the people that have been following these restrictions and doing as they're told. Absolutely sucks for them. They can't see their family. Secondly, I've read something the other day that Boris Johnson hopes that next year's Christmas, we're not even at this year's Christmas, we're still 5 days away, it's just over a year, but next year's Christmas is somewhat normal. Over a year away. Something else. Glastonbury. Next year. So we're talking next June. Apparently, it's going to be streamed online. It's going to look different. Probably won't be as good. I'm not the biggest Glastonbury fan. I'll catch it if it's on. In fact, I always wanted to go. You know, life is for living, doing different things, whatever. But the point is, that's next June. And then something else I found out the other day was I was meant to be going to Unstoppable Wrestling in May, and now that's been postponed until God knows when. And then something I found out today was apparently we're all going to be in Tier 4 until summer. So you're talking August. So just take a minute while I take a sip for all that to go into your head. Now, several things. If I was a pub owner, I missed out on the most lucrative time of any year, especially this year, Christmas and New Year. I completely missed out. And yes, people can have takeaway beer, but it's just not the same. You can't sit and chill with your mates and have a good night out And if I want some cheap beer for Christmas or for New Year's Eve, or etc., am I going to go to a pub where it's 9 times out of 10 more expensive, or am I going to go to Asda, to Tesco, get the damn stuff delivered and order as much as I like, and it's cheaper? But if I'm a pub owner and we're 11 days away from the end of the year and it's still unpredictable, and if you've been shitty, and as a pub owner, there's a scenario for you all, but as a pub owner, I'm in a shitty year, I'm closed over Christmas and New Year's Eve, and then I don't know where the fuck I stand next year. Am I personally going to be in tier 3, tier 4? Who the fuck knows? Which brings me to something else. And I've seen it. Mr. Couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. Absolutely useless. Flodder. The Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Fantastic. Doesn't the sun shine out of his ass? I've seen it on Facebook. Him going booking all the events for next year. Now, please show me, Fludder, where's your crystal ball? Where's your time machine? How the fuck do you know the future when the government don't? Because is it December 30th? We're all going to find out what tiers we're in, and it's they're kind of reviewing it. So in 10 days' time, this isn't getting any better, which I'm going to get to in a little bit. But why would you set yourself up for failure? What I mean by that is I've seen all these dates you're booking. Why would you? Why would you not wait till next fucking year? Till next month, that is 3, 4, let's say a month away, a couple of weeks into next month, and see where the fuck we are and go from there, rather than, well, yeah, I've booked it, but oh shit, oh, now I have to unbook it, now I have to cancel it. And I want to fucking meet these absolute idiots who are at these venues that you've booked, because how do they know the future? If they're running a pub, they're in the wrong damn business because they don't know the future. They don't know where the fuck we're going to be next year. Pubs are really going to struggle next year. Which brings me onto the venues PCW uses. They use pubs. Now, Mr. Boris Johnson, couldn't give a flying shit if PCW is in business or not. But if pubs are closed, they can't run. They can't run their shows. So this, like I've said, could very well be the end. PCW and other British companies are going to struggle, which also I'm going to get to. So why set yourself up for failure? And who are these idiots at these venues who have gone, yeah, let's book an event when they don't know where the fuck they're going to be next year? So I've lost my train of thought. Hang on, give me a second. December 30th, I'm going to get to. There we go. So, okay, we're December 30th. Come December 30th, where it's going to be with the reviewing who's in what tier, I would expect the worst. So, all to the PCW marks and one certain one individual, watch December 30th. Sit there expecting the worst. Don't be expecting this or some Christmas fucking miracle where all of this is just going to end, because this virus is never ending. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. How long does it take, or how long will it take to vaccinate the whole country twice with 3 weeks in between and a month after that when they had the second vaccination? A long time. Yes, the vaccine is fantastic. It's great, wonderful news, but it's a small light in a very long tunnel. And I hope this doesn't happen. It would be absolutely awful to start off a new year, to start off next year. But I hope that we're not in tier 4, but we're probably fucking going to be. Come December 30th, people are going to be, yeah, we're all in tier 4 because this isn't getting any better. Now, to wrestling. The British wrestling on a whole, but we use PCW for example, because that's what I'm on about now again. Who, and I'm just going to run through a few of the talent at PCW. All nice guys, all good for PCW. But let's run through a few names. So, Joey Hayes, Mark Orlando Price, Big T, and CJ Banks. Right, I don't think, oh, it's CJ Banks. Oh, it's Joey Hayes. Oh. No. Who are the names? Who are the well-known names or the big UK names that are pulling people in to risk getting ill in the middle of a pandemic? There isn't any. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they said that and it's a long road ahead, a very long road ahead till we're back to normal and fans can be in full attendance. It's a long road ahead. But when wrestling does come back, you've got people signed to NXT UK, you've got people that have been cast aside and outed by the speaking out thing, James Finn. But things like that. So, and also, because of a pandemic, these wrestling companies are going to have to make an effort to pull fans in to risk getting ill. I said in my other video why I'm really not that fussed that I'm banned from PCW. Well, let's for a second say I wasn't. And we're out of tier 3 next year. The event at the end of January happens. Who on that card, and even if it was former WWE, it would have to depend who, but who will be on that card, on that show, for me to risk getting ill, going through all these damn restrictions, going through all these damn fucking social distancing. I understand why it's happening, I understand why we have to do it, but it's a damn pain. So I'd have to go through all of that to risk getting ill. For who? To go and watch who? And personally, I can't wait to get back to shows next year, whenever that may be. But it's going to depend who's on that card, what company it is. So, and I'm one of the biggest wrestling fans you could ever meet. You know, massive fan. But it would depend who is on that card, who is on that show. what company it is, and any money raised for PCW could be 50 billion. That doesn't stop the virus. And as great and as fantastic and as brilliant and as fucking marvellous as Fludder is, even he has to do as Boris Johnson says. And I guarantee, as far as Boris Johnson is concerned, he couldn't give a flying fuck about PCW. Why would he care? So I really do think that next year, pubs are really going to struggle. Wrestling on the whole, certainly British wrestling, is going to struggle. PCW is going to struggle. These shows that they've booked aren't guaranteed. Could it be come to, December 30th, we're all in tier 4 till fucking summer? Maybe. Apparently, this new strain travels a lot faster. You get ill a lot quicker. Now, I'm no fucking Sherlock here, but there's only, and if it's as bad as they're making out to be, if it's as worse as it's got, and it has got worse, we're the damn worst country in Europe. We, as a country, are banned from going to other countries. Is that not a wake-up call for you? But with that being said, if it's just really bad and as really worse as they're making it out to be, well, I'm no fucking Sherlock here, but I know what the solution's going to be. Lockdown or tier 4, which is more or less a lockdown. And no one wants to be in that position. But I think, unfortunately, we're going to be in that position. Apparently, January is the worst month for people getting ill anyway. Hello, does that not tell you something where we're fucking heading? And it's awful. It's crappy. It's shitty. It's unfortunate. Correct. But PCW marks, this could be the end. Without pubs, and nightclubs are gone. The next time that nightclubs are going to reopen is probably never. How can you fucking social distance in a nightclub? How can you social distance on a fucking dance floor? So nightclubs as a whole are probably dead. But without venues, without pubs, how can PCW run? The Academy, the play won't be allowed. And yes, they've got the Academy under tier 4, under tier 3, they won't be allowed. But let's just say in some weird university were allowed. How much does the Academy hold? And if the PCW what WWE are doing, all their damn shows in the Thunderdome, WWE, Raw, SmackDown, TLC, etc., 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 it doesn't make any the shows feel special. Raw, SmackDown, the pay-per-views just feel like one big show spread out. And it's in the same venue. But but that's WWE, a $1 billion company on worldwide TV. Not a small little company in Preston. If PCW do that and run shows from the Academy, it devalues their shows. And how many can they hold anyway? Not that they'll be allowed to do that, but I'm just throwing that out there just in case that's an option. Without venues, they can't run. Pubs are really going to struggle next year. More pubs will be gone. Think of a world. Think of it, a country with no pubs, no going out to socialise, no going out for a drink. Said in my previous video, if Debenhams, £1 billion company, can be gone, wrestling on a whole could be gone. It's going to struggle in going into next year. Next year's going to be struggling. So sit there, disagree with me, dislike this video. Go ahead. I don't care. But I told you it was getting worse. I was right, unfortunately, and I never wanted to be right. I never wanted to make this video, and thought it would be into next year I'd be making it. So I never wanted to be right, but I am in the fact it's getting worse. Pubs are really going to struggle without pubs, without a venue. How does PCW run? Guess what? They don't. So this event at the end of January is looking very, very, very improbable. Because it's not going to be Hitch December 30th or January 1st. Oh, without a Christmas miracle, the virus has gone. Boris Johnson's not going to be, oh, PCW may be going out of business. All right, oh, well, fuck it. We'll reopen the pubs then. He couldn't give a shit. Comes across as a bumbling fucking idiot. Comes across as... But he's the leader of the country and he's doing what he thinks is right. Whatever. How the government have dealt with this virus, with this pandemic, is stupid. But it is what it is. I would be watching you PCW marks on December 30th to see exactly what happens. I would be sitting there expecting the worst. Can't see anything changing, or I can, because it's getting worse in the next 10 days. Not going to get better. It's not going to miraculously go poof and go away and get better, is it? So pubs and PCW are really going to struggle next year. But of course, with PCW marks, you'll be like, let's just continue no matter what. Well, there's no guarantee, there's no facts. You don't know that. And rant over. Now, my next video should be TLC review. Hopefully 2 guests joining me this time because everybody wants to join me. Everybody wants to be a part of this channel, the only channel that matters, the golden channel. And I say each and every time, I say every single video, you like, you subscribe, because I am the man. I am the one and only. Better than you all, gracing you with his presence, deal making, money making. You know the name, you know the face, because this is my place, and I am Ricky Gold.